Imagine for a moment that you're standing on the edge of a great precipice, a doorway stretching across the vastness of space, offering a direct route to the farthest reaches of the universe. This isn't some fictional fantasy. This is the potential reality of what a wormhole could be. A passageway, a shortcut, a bridge between two distant points in space, and even time itself. But the question that has baffled scientists, explorers, and dreamers for centuries is this: what would actually happen if you stepped through it? Today, we delve into one of the most mind-bending, pulse-quickening concepts in all of science. The idea of wormholes is so captivating, so tantalizing, that it's been at the heart of countless science fiction tales. But could they really exist? And more importantly, if you dared to enter one, would you return? Or would you simply vanish into the unknown, never to be seen again? To answer that, we must first take a step back and understand the very fabric of reality itself. Picture space as a vast, three-dimensional grid stretching across the universe. Now imagine that you could bend and twist that grid, folding it like a sheet of paper. Suddenly, the two distant ends of that sheet are brought together, and just like that, you have a shortcut between 2 points, what we call a wormhole. A wormhole is not some distant dream or hypothetical concept. It's grounded in the fabric of Einstein's theory of relativity, a mathematical possibility that, in theory, could allow us to travel vast distances in the blink of an eye. But here's the thing: reality is far more complicated than a simple shortcut. In order for a wormhole to exist, the very structure of space-time would need to remain stable, and the forces at work inside a wormhole are no small matter. The gravitational forces, the tidal forces, could rip apart anything that dares to enter. The question becomes, could the human body survive this extreme environment? Could anything survive it? To put it bluntly, it's not looking good. Imagine for a moment you're floating inside a wormhole. As you begin to move deeper, the forces around you become stronger, more intense. The curvature of space-time would warp, stretch, and compress. The pull of gravity inside could be so immense that your body might be torn apart atom by atom before you even realize what's happening. It's as if the very fabric of reality is reaching out and unraveling you from the inside. So, what's stopping this from being an automatic death sentence? Some scientists believe that wormholes, if they exist at all, could be stable enough to allow for safe passage. A fleeting hope, perhaps. If the wormhole could be kept open long enough, if the gravitational forces could be counteracted, then there might just be a way to survive the journey. But what would that require? A form of energy so exotic, so bizarre, that it challenges everything we understand about physics: exotic matter. Exotic matter is a theoretical substance with negative mass. In essence, it would push things away instead of pulling them in. Imagine this is the key to holding open a wormhole. Necessary stabilizer that would prevent it from collapsing under its own weight. Without exotic matter, a wormhole would be nothing more than a dangerous cosmic trap. But here's the kicker: we've never discovered any exotic matter. No one has figured out how to create it or even detect it. Without it, the wormhole is a ticking time bomb, one that could collapse at any moment. Now, let's add another layer of mystery to this already mind-blowing concept. Not only could a wormhole connect distant points in space, but some researchers believe that it could also offer a gateway through time. If space and time are part of the same fabric, as Einstein suggested, then bending one could cause the other to bend as well. Imagine stepping through a wormhole and emerging not just in a distant galaxy, but in a different era, hundreds, maybe thousands of years in the past or future. Could you witness the birth of stars, or perhaps even see the collapse of civilizations? Could you alter history with just a single step? The implications are vast. If you could change time itself, what would you do with that power? Would you choose to witness the rise and fall of empires, or would you try to fix the mistakes of the past? The possibilities of time travel are endless, but so are the dangers. A slight shift, a small change in history, could have catastrophic consequences. The butterfly effect on a universal scale. But even if you could survive the journey, there's another question: where would you end up? Some scientists speculate that stepping through a wormhole might not just take you to a distant place. It might take you to a different universe altogether. Imagine entering a parallel universe where the laws of physics don't quite work the same way, where everything you know is turned upside down. You might encounter versions of yourself, alternate timelines, or even entirely new forms of life. But there's no way to predict what you would find. Would you be able to return to your own universe? Or would you be lost forever in a world you don't understand? It's this uncertainty, this thrilling unknown, that makes the idea of wormholes so fascinating. The very concept challenges everything we think we know about the universe. What would happen if you entered a wormhole? The truth is, we don't know. It's a journey into the unknown, a frontier so vast and so mysterious that it stretches the boundaries of imagination. The possibilities are as endless as the universe itself. Could we one day harness the power to travel through wormholes? Could we finally step beyond the confines of our galaxy? Or even beyond the limits of time? The answers may be just out of reach, but the search for them continues. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling exploration of one of the most mind-bending ideas in science. If you were captivated by the possibilities of wormholes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-expanding content. The journey doesn't end here. It's only just beginning.